Alrighty. I think it's working. Hopefully. Internet's not very good. If it's choppy, let me know. So yeah, looks like it. Welcome to the 4th tangent stream, I guess. Still on this tangent. I think we might work on the beast today too, though. Just to mix things up. Got some pipes here. Let's turn off this dial so we can see. Oh, and hello, both of y'all. Great to see you both. Martin Man and Hiya Mark. Very impressive. Regulars. So yeah. Well, there's kind of a mess right here. I'll open up the original. So, I was working on these pipes. Not a whole lot. Because the last 3 or 4 days I couldn't work on them. But then I did all this just yesterday, so... it's alright. This is what we did last time. Got some of these pipes. Some instance components around. Modular stuff. It'll get there. Yeah, we've got some of this, some of that. And this is new. I use a new plugin for this right here. How am I doing today? Well, I can't say bad. Not great, but not bad. Things will get better. Let's see, I had something laying around. It's over. Yeah, I'm just kind of feeling inadequate because right before the stream I was looking at people's Smart to Robots, and this guy, let me pull it up. Some guy was using VR sketching and he made stuff like this, and he did this in what, 5-6 hours? That's like, whoa. I'm kind of jealous now. I was like, I wish I could do that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's how I'm feeling right now. But that's fine, we'll get there. So yeah, I guess I'll... So, I was looking at the references. Let's see... work projects... tubes... So, these pipes I'm making for someone, and he kind of uses SketchUp too. And I was looking at this. He made this in SketchUp. That's pretty cool. I was like, hey. So I was kind of wondering how he made this. I'll figure it out. Interesting. You cannot keep your secrets from me. So I did kind of this little thing right here. What I used for this is a plugin called Flowify. Like takes a plane and takes your input geometry, then you put a group on top of it, and then what the plugin does is it kind of bends it over the thing. That's what it do. Interesting. It's a very finicky plugin, but it does stuff. So that's what happened there. Interesting. Some of this stuff. So yeah, I was feeling kind of nostalgic, like looking at other people's stuff. I was like, yeah, what have I done in the last few years? Let's see. Like, brief tangent before we start working on these tubes. I was looking at this stuff. I think what we'll do is make the background different color. Axes, materials, shadows. Yep. Very interesting. Like, I mean, I made this in 2008, made this one in 2010, made this one in 2012, and this guy in 2014. And it's 2021 now. Not impressed, honestly. What have I been doing? So yeah, just feeling whatever. We'll get there. Have revenge. All we have to do is just finish the beast first. Then we can start using modular components. Because I think that's what the guy did with his marcher robots. He used kit bash models. Like he had a supply of reusable parts that he kind of threw around. Because this is all like straight geometry. It's all like custom made. You go straight in there and you just do it. Which is nice and all, but I think what we're going to do is do kit bash models for now on. After this beast. And then that's what's going to make the next ones go a lot faster. Like, brief thing on that. First time I ever used kit bash modeling was... Let me find that. And I have the music to piano music right now for some reason. Here we go. Since I'm on a nostalgia binge right now. So I made this once upon a time. It's kind of biomechanical. It's a mixture of different components together. Let's see if we can make it X-ray. Yeah, there's a lot of different stuff in there. So I made all of this stuff. And what I did with it is I was thinking, you know what? What if we made something with it? So we made a few things. We made this one. Right here. And this is like a train engine, kinda. And it's just a mixture of parts. This one didn't take very long. So I think that's what the future is going to be. We're gonna make kit bash models, and we're gonna put them together and make different things like that with the same pieces made this. This spike here. And this is just the pieces of that original thing. So I think that's what we'll be doing pretty soon. Because with this one right here, it's just, I don't think it's worth finishing this one. Because all custom geometry in the game will not have, like all this stuff will all be modularized. The buildings will be like individual components. Oh, well, thank you very much. Yeah, it's easy to doubt yourself sometimes whenever the guy next to you does stuff like that. It's like, wow. But yeah, you should not compare yourself to other people. It's unhealthy. It is a good motivator though. That's why I'm kind of on this thing, thinking about what I can do to improve. Let's see. I think there's one more that uses the kit bashes. Oh wait, no, I know where it is. Yeah, just one last thing. I mean, we should be making stuff like this. Like what I was making for the same guy I'm working for now. This is what we need to make for ourselves. To make for the game. This is the future. So, we're going to be working on this. And that's enough nostalgia stuff. Let's get some music going on here. So, what has to happen? So what he wants is like these pipes that people can go inside. But I figured out these are like kind of intrusive. Because if you copy them over like this, there's like hardly any room to walk. So they're not exactly pipes. They go like this maybe. So yeah, we'll figure that out. Yeah, it's easy to doubt yourself sometimes. For me especially, because I've been working on this for so long, and yet I haven't really gotten anywhere. So, anyway. Sorry, sob story. Blah blah blah. Back to business. I think we can work on this piece right here. Something like that. And I have it right now. Is these pieces 1,000 centimeters long? Yeah, I believe so. Concept this out. Not the piano music. Yeah, I vibe with it too. If you want, I can put it back on. Maybe that's too big. Yeah, piano music, like, you should just hear the things I listen to when I'm actually modeling. Because it's not really this stuff I usually listen to, it's like a lot of other stuff. Yeah, I think, yeah, we'll do that. Back to the piano music. And yeah, it's about finding your pace, because I use, a lot of times I'll have something in the background that I can slow up or speed down on music, and that's what I like to do. So sometimes I'm listening to super fast sped up music, sometimes I'm listening to slowed down music. And yeah, that's really kind of integral to the workflow, is finding music that fits your pace. To find other stuff, I guess the word I would use for that is grating and maybe cancer. I don't know, I wouldn't say cancer, but just things you wouldn't listen to normally. There's also, like, I like to listen to stuff like this too. Oh wait, I listened to that one last time. Let's see. I like listening to anime music as well. Like, I love anime music. Like, you should look that up. Like, anime music on YouTube has these cool videos where they animate different instruments playing. And it's kind of like this retro vibe, kind of. I think what we'll do is like this. I mean, yeah, this haven't put this one on because I don't know if people like this kind of stuff. Listen to a lot of different things. I think what we'll do. I mean, yeah, just stuff like this. It's just all over the place. Probably should stick with one so I don't have to keep switching around. So let's see. Okay, I'm gonna switch it to back to the piano music, and we're gonna keep it there. But yeah, just stuff like that. It's nice music. Back to the calm stuff. So, let's concentrate here. Explode this out. And I was encountering some problems with the smoothing, like you kind of see every so often these little things, like right there. Which I guess is kind of a SketchUp thing. I was trying different things, trying to figure out how to get rid of that kind of stuff. I think what we'll do, split this off. Sometimes it does this kind of stuff right here. And yeah, I've been kind of neglecting the game a lot recently. It's not easy to break into certain things. Like I want to do procedural animation. But that's kind of worms. Like I thought it was going to be easy. It is easy. Problem is making something that it's like breaking into it. It's never keeping it going, it's always breaking into it. And thus make it smoother. Not exactly. Because, like, let's do an experiment. I will put the sides to 40 quadrillion, let's say 420. There's a lot of sides on this one. We'll keep it a solid. And we'll put this one also with 420. Make them both components. And then we shall intersect. Well, you're not wrong. That does look better. But it's still there though. Like, you can see it. It doesn't get rid of it, but it does make it less visible. That is an option. You can, yeah, you can still see it, but it's much less visible. That's a good idea, honestly. I wonder if we should do that here. It might help. Yeah, because I encountered that problem with this right here. Because, yeah, someone in the comments told me that, show me how to do this, whenever I was struggling with that yesterday, the other day. He used this plugin right here. Always be there. Yep. So what he did... Yeah, in the comments of the YouTube of the last stream, he did this kind of stuff. He did these curves on the surface. Like this, kind of. Then we use the Curvelock plugin to fill it in. Like so. Whoa there. So. Like that. And that's how he solved that problem. But that showed up right there. So I guess, yeah, I guess you just can't avoid it. Really wish you could. Like, you can see it right there, kind of. I was trying it with different software to see how they did it, but it's always there. Interesting enough. Oh well, I guess no need to worry about that kind of stuff, I suppose. But this has to be worried about because this is not my model. He might not like that. Because I don't like it. So we will take your suggestion. Thank you for the suggestion. And this music is completely different. We'll switch to something similar. Yeah, kind of slow today. Just kind of in a funk. It'll get there. How many sides should we have this? Let's say 128 times 2. We'll say 256. I've still got a lot to learn, apparently. Because I've never really bothered with this kind of stuff before. It's always been just make a mess and see where it goes kind of stuff. Not that I care about model quality. There's a lot of new things I'm learning. Yeah, might as well just make the rest of it. Let's speedrun this. Not sure what I'm gonna do for the summer. It's going to be too hot in this RV. Artist needs his space. That's enough messing around with it. SketchUp pipe speedrun. That's another good idea, honestly. I wonder. Because a lot of this stuff kind of goes slow, because you have to make it up as you go along. Oh, we got this again. I'm not sure now. You got me questioning the music now. We'll just use this one. But yeah, like if I knew exactly what I was going for, we could speedrun that, and that might be fun. Just to do something fun. Because making stuff as you go along, it takes a little bit of brain power to figure it out, and you have to sit back and kind of think about what you're trying to do. Wonder, we should maybe pull up a picture and try and speed model it. That might be fun. Cause that's kind of what I did with this right here. Like I actually pulled up a picture for this one. Like the rest was just whatever. But yeah, that one's different. That might be fun. Let's look up a picture. I will limit it to 30 seconds of looking. Industrial pipe. There's some really cool pictures of like factories and stuff. It's like very cool looking stuff when you look at like refineries. Like, how do people make that kind of stuff, honestly? It takes some real engineering to do that kind of stuff. So very impressive. Okay, we're getting close, we're getting close. Looking for something that looks nice. This looks nice. Alrighty. I think we have our subject. This looks cool. Yeah. True, true. I need to follow my own advice sometimes. Because I always like to, like, do my own thing, kind of. Let's see. What do we got here? We've got some sort of thingamabob. I think we could speedrun this. I would like fast music for it though. Cause yeah, it's always finding your pace. Like, listen to fast music when you're moving fast, slow music when you're moving slower. Let's see, maybe some... Here we go. What do we got? How many sides should this have? We'll go default 64. Speedrun, any percent. Looks good to me. believe like this. Timer? That'd be cool. I don't have one that I can overlay. Okay, let's start a top stopwatch. I will start one. I will start it now. Back to the speed modeling. Looks good. No, sounds good. Since when is this a thing? I know you. I remember you. Was it your birthday yesterday? Happy birthday, Chuck. Glad to see ya. It's been a long time. 3 minutes. Oh man, we're behind. Okay, this thing is different. So we're gonna do this. Something like that. There we go. Get it in there. Yeah. Nice to see you. It's been a while. Wish for better circumstances, but in the middle of a thing. So, word of the wise, if you're gonna do stuff like that, it would have been better to do it this way. Like this. Well, yeah, but anyway. Sometimes I wish I was good at this kind of stuff. We're losing steam. $16 precisely. Wow. Okay, I thought this was a component. This needs to make it one. I don't think that's what it looks like, but close enough is close enough. Yeah, we're just going kind of weird with it. That's totally fine. Put the thing where it belongs. $22.5, 15 times. Okay, first problem is This is wrong. That's a nice pipe there. We need a pipe. I don't think it's that wide, honestly. Yeah, we'll shorten this up a bit. I mean, can you really call it speedrunning if you don't have a... We're not timing it. It'd be really cool as if there was a way to glue this onto here. Oh well. What we'll have to do is do it live. That's pretty funny, honestly. We'll just leave it like that. Pipe. Something like that. We'll say like this. It's too fat. Looks nothing like the reference. Yeah, we still got a lot to learn, honestly. We'll get better at it. I think this thing goes like this. 128 segments. We need that. Looks good to me. There's that little thing right there. Don't need 128. Something like this. Looks like it. We will flip it along the green axis. And then, kind of looks like this. Kind of like that. That looks nothing like this. But it does need one of these things. Kinda like that. What's going on here? Aren't you an instance? Sure should be. Is this a group? Make a component. Yes. I know the problem. Here's the thing. Whenever you use this tool with the intersect faces, it creates a instance called difference. But the thing is that overrides other components. So you have to rename the component instance to be unique, or else it will not work. There we go. Bit smaller. Okay, off track. There we go. I see where we went wrong. It goes like this. And that goes like down like that. Yeah, sometimes you get too specific. I think we'll just keep it loose. Like, only kind of looking like a reference. So we can keep up the speed. This music's too calm. I think the way it works is like this. And this whole thing goes down. It's getting there. So let's stop the stopwatch now and see. 12 minutes? That's not impressive. It was worth a try. It's fun though. So we got this thing? Well, there's our pipes. Could have done that in 10 minutes. I was like, what, 14, 15? Oh, we forgot to... We'll just do this quick. What was gonna happen here was... we were gonna intersect these. That's what we're gonna do there. Yeah, 15 minutes. Not great, not terrible. Oh, here's the fast music now. This is what we should have been listening to. Well, there's that. And I'm looking at it, it's not that pretty of a machine, honestly. Kind of an ugly thing. And we did this wrong. This goes like this. There. And this goes like this. Yeah, I think that's all we'll do on this guy. Good enough. Well, that was fun. We'll continue on. So yeah, 15 minutes around there. Cheated a little bit at the end. Looks pretty close. Close enough. That's way too big. This piece right here. Also, this is way too big too. Oh, anyway. So yeah. I don't know if you're still here, but good to see you. It's been a long time. Where were we? I think I lost the steam on this one. 15, 16. Yeah, it's not bad. Maybe not great, but not bad. Someday I'll be able to make this stuff. Well, actually, no, not really, because when you make modular components, it's like you have to find oddly specific things like they don't have. If you're making modular components, you won't have things that have holes in them like that. It'll be way too oddly specific. Someday. Maybe you can't really make specific models at high speed like that. Usually modular components. It's a good learning experience though. Someday. You know what? Kinda lost interest. I already did the pipes. I did say I was gonna work on the beast. So I guess we'll just do whatever he wants. But yeah, I really need to get back into the game. Neglecting it way too much. Because the thing here has to match this. So this gotta match it. Go back from making pipes to making pipes. Not enough pipes, apparently. Now what has to happen here is this goes like this. Yeah, I wish I could do the same for the beast. Just speedrun him. It's not the case. He's just taking way too long. I need to just double down and just do it done. But then whenever you have a large model like this, because when it first started off, it was just speed modeling. It was just random, completely speed modeling. But then when it starts getting bigger, you start slowing down on it because you start thinking, well, maybe I should make it higher quality because it's already really high quality. Which is not a good thing to do, because then if you're making it high quality, it will just keep ballooning until it takes forever and you will never finish it. So if you're going to speed model it, I suppose you'd have to speed model the whole thing however big it gets. I just don't have the courage to do that, though. Not until the cannon. As soon as I get to the cannon, that's when things will start getting fun again. But for now, we're just kind of filling in space. Because there's just so much space to be filled. How much do I work on the game? Before it was like constant, like all the time. Hours and hours and hours, like at least 2 or 3 hours a day. Which isn't a whole lot, to be honest. If I was to go back into it, I would probably go full time. But, I'm not gonna lie, I have not touched it in the last week or so. Few weeks, actually. March of Robots really took a toll on me. Now all I do is model. I have to break back into it. And that's kind of why I'm in a funk right now. Because I'm feeling inadequate looking at other people's art. Because they're very accomplished and they have some really cool renders. And for me, this is not the end product. Like, modeling, I'm okay at. I'm not the best at it. But whenever these models are moving, that's when things will really shine. That's when things will really start becoming what they're supposed to be. Because, yeah, these are just models. End product will be when they're moving and shooting and you're inside them and you're doing stuff and you're having fun with them. So I really need to... It's gonna be an uphill battle. But I'm no stranger to that. I think it was good the way it was. And a lot of times when I'm looking at my old stuff, I get kind of overwhelmed. Because it's like, nowadays I can't really cognitate as much as I could. I can't think of things over. That's why everything is so random. Do you do modeling as a job? Nope, not really. Well, the pipes I am. I'm doing that for somebody. Those pipes I was working on before. That is something I'm doing for somebody. But no, I don't have any official commission work going on. That's not really my job. SketchUp's always been a hobby for me. But I don't intend on that being the same thing forever. It won't be a job very soon. I mean, it will be a job very soon. It won't be a hobby very soon. Keep telling myself that. I don't know, maybe my ego is getting in the way. Because whenever I make something, I have to make it perfect. Because I keep seeing perfect things all around me. Perhaps it's just getting my ego in the way. I really should be making this stuff to help others, not to help myself. That was kind of why I started off, but what keeps it going? Hubris. I wouldn't say that. No, Macho Robots was not hubris. That was love. That's what my motivation for that one. For this, I'm not sure. I think the motivation for this beast is because it's there and it's just gnawing away at me. Like I cannot just leave it alone. You just have to find a good source of motivation. And the game will, yeah, motivation for the game is like a lot. Like the game will never go away. It will be finished. one way or another. That will never go away. Until it's done. Yeah, so I was feeling kind of nostalgic, like, what am I trying to do? Do I want to do this as a job? I work as a farmhand. I feed goats. Now, before you say, well, that sounds stupid, it's not a bad job. Like 1 hour a day, go feed the goats. It's like going to a petting zoo 1 hour a day. Which is kind of sad as well. Like, yeah, if you're doing all this stuff and then what? You're just kind of a loser? Well, I don't judge success based on how many Lisai. Have a lot of excuses, not a lot of... What is this? $32. It'll get there though. I saw the future. I know what I need to do. Another feeling of inadequacy. Knowing people have it worse off than I do. Kind of leads to more depression sometimes. Or actually, I wouldn't say depression. I don't get depressed. It's anxiety. Like the thought that I have it so well. I have everything so good. And yet I'm still anxious about something, and that's what makes it worse. Oh well. Sorry, sob story. Blah blah blah. Someday when this thing is finished, that'll be a sight to behold. But we have to plan this out. That's why I'm saying modularized components. Procedural generation, because I can do procedural generation. I have done it before. That is the future of modeling. Like, SketchUp is awesome. SketchUp is amazing. But 100 years from now, modelers, they won't be doing nearly as much as they're doing now. Yeah. It's just that anxiety. There's that. So can't decide if we want a channel here. We'll just clean this up. Yeah, we'll just wind down a little bit and just clean up some of this model. Yeah, it's just that anxiety sometimes. But yeah, because the future, I want to be ahead of the curve, like, because I don't think modeling will be like for a forever thing. Like, people are doing VR stuff and they say that's the future of modeling. And I think the future of modeling is procedural generation. Turn up this music. So I want to get into that, which that will be my actual main sequence stuff. Like I've been saying, this is actually more of a coping mechanism. Okay, I'm gonna level with you. SketchUp is a coping mechanism for me. That's why I do it so much. The truth comes out. That's why you can see me move so fast with this, because I've been using it forever and ever and ever. It's because it's a coping mechanism. This is how I relieve stress. This is how I relieve anxiety. This is why my models end up so complex. And this is why they're not planned. This is why they're not created with a purpose in mind until afterwards. It's because they're just to relieve stress. The game is different. That's not to relieve stress. That's because I feel I need to give something to the world that it's missing. And that's a more noble cause, I suppose. And that's why I kind of procrastinated on it sometimes. Because it leads to more anxiety. Then I go right back to modeling. And that is what my predicament is. But I saw the future. March of Robots, whenever I was making stuff, I wasn't necessarily using just SketchUp. It was out of love. Like, I loved what I was doing. And like, there was no stop to it. I just kept going and going and going. For a full week. 12-hour days. And I've done that before. I've done that with procedural generation coding, where things get incredibly complex, where I just cannot stop. And that's how I feel the game should be. Like, get to that momentum point where it does not stop. And it just keeps perpetuating itself. Ah, VR. Well, I have a VR set right here. I was giving it a try. Not exactly convinced. Because it makes more stress again because you're wearing this big clunky thing. But yeah, that is interesting though. Like, that guy that I posted a picture of at the very beginning of the stream that did March of Robots and did that worm thing. It only took him like a few hours. That was with VR. So there is something there. For concept models, I suppose VR is the future. Who knows? The reason I don't like VR is because it's limited by the software. It's kind of a fledgling thing, it just came out. Like, there aren't really high-tier programs for it. But someday, whenever the programs become more robust, I have, yeah, an Oculus Rift S. Yeah, it's an Oculus. I used it a little bit. I wasn't convinced. It's kind of more of a personal problem, really. It's a nice VR set. I was hoping that I could be doing this kind of stuff in that, but then, yeah, it was a personal problem. I just couldn't get into it. And we're not really modeling right now, we're just doing stuff, I guess. Yeah, and that's why people say SketchUp is inefficient, because it leaves all behind all this geometry and you have to go back and clean it up. And I do that a lot. But I enjoy doing it, is why I do it. It's fun. Look around for that geometry that shouldn't be there. So like, yeah, if I was doing, like, that's why I don't do commission work. Because then I'd have to do it fast. And I can speed model, but it's going to end up being messy. But I've done some... Yeah, I'm doing the pipes for the other guy. That's pretty fun. But he gives me a lot of time to do it, though. Most commissioners aren't going to give you that kind of time. And yeah. So for production work, this is not a feasible option. For me, anyway. I mean, SketchUp itself is always good for this kind of stuff, for commission work. Blender. So I considered it. I looked at Blender. I was like, wondering if I could do something with that. Well, as it turns out, modeling is not the problem for me. Like, the game doesn't need like a whole lot of modeling. It just needs a better way of creating objects. Like, my workflow is what needs to change. It's not a SketchUp problem, it's a me problem. So, and the thing with that is, since it is a me problem, I cannot learn Blender like the way I should be learning it, because I don't have a clear set. Like, I'm too well rooted into what I have right now. Like, I'm too busy relieving anxiety in SketchUp to really learn a new interface. So what really has to change is my entire modeling process. Like, actually have a reference in front of me, concept it out, model it directly, know exactly what I'm going for. And then I can learn Blender. And then I can learn Modo. That just yet. Because this anti-anxiety relies on SketchUp. So it is a personal problem. And it's kind of, it's annoying because just saying it, like, I have anxiety problems. Well, just get over it! It's not as easy as it seems. The world needs this stuff. And here you are just kind of languishing. Oh, the question. Oh, yeah, I missed that. What software do I use for rigging? I use 3ds Max. I've used 3ds for a long time. Which, to be honest, if we're gonna be honest, 3ds is very clunky when it comes to that. Like, there's a lot of ins and outs with it. It crashes a lot. You have to rig it properly. There's a lot of different ways to do stuff. Which may also just maybe me again, but I don't know, it's just really clunky. But it's not, I'm not sure, yeah, if it is me a problem or it's the software. Because I do have to say as well, everything I've learned has been by trial and error. Yeah, 3ds is paid. I have an old version that isn't like subscription based. You have to pay for it, I think. That's why I use it, because have it, gonna use it. One of the very few things I have that are paid besides SketchUp. I remember when I first got 3ds, I thought it was gonna like change my life or something. Like, now that I have this tool, I will go out and change the world. Yeah, right. But it's kind of true in a way. Once the game is made, it will change the world. Hopefully. Wishful thinking. It'll be fun. It'll get there. So what are we, let me back up. What are we doing? Nothing, apparently. Yeah, I guess we could go to 3DS. Or not, I'm not sure what this stream is anymore. I think the reason I started this stream was to finish the beast, because I lacked the motivation to do so. And it just kind of turned into a personal blog. Once again, fueled by my hubris. But yeah, it is good though. Get back on track. And also, yeah, just helping you out, maybe. I'm not sure if I'm helping you out, but it's a nice thought. And I'm glad you're all here. Getting off my rocker. Let's get back on topic. Yeah, we'll finish this guy someday. Important asset, all the groups were exploded. Yeah, it does that. It's very strange. So. Okay, I'm gonna open Twinmotion actually. So, the way it works is whenever you import a model into SketchUp, it splits it up based on the materials. Like each individual object material is a different object, which is dumb. But in the outliner, like where you can see all the objects that are in the scene, you can actually select it as a whole, and then you can move it around and scale it and whatever the heck. So it is a bit weird. I didn't know at first, like I was like, why is this doing this to me? But then you have to open up the actual model tab to see all the objects that are in the scene. Let's see. Like for example, I'll just open up something that's sitting around here. Let it open up. So this guy is split up. Like whenever you select these objects, it is split up. If I try to move this, it'd be like, and it's split up by material. That's what it does. I'm not sure why, or if there's a way to make it so it doesn't do that. But if you go here, this little arrow right here has all these objects that are on the side. So it is split up like this, but you can grab the whole thing right here. And now the object is movable. Bit weird, honestly, but it's serviceable. So it's on the side here. I mean, I think that's what you meant. I'm not sure. There's that. Is there anything here that I would like to say? Oh, they put in new Quixel assets. I haven't got the new version, but I heard that's pretty cool. These are just the default rocks it came with. It's very good to block things out with it. Like, let me see if I have it on hand. Inktober. That's not the right one. I think there's a different version. I think it was this one. Oh. I think I messed up my... Because I have two different versions of Twinmotion. I think it messed up my materials going between them. Grass is gone too. Oh well. Well, there's that. Yeah, it is just split up by material. Whoops. Anyway, back out of here. I wonder how I'm gonna texture this guy. Yeah. This guy's gonna be a can of worms of texture. Not sure what I was doing. Or what we should do. We'll go back to the pipes. We'll wind down a little bit. So yeah, it does look a little better with the more sides. Let's see. What should go in here? Not that. Problem here is this is supposed to be like a door, but then these things get in the way. So I think we'll put that into a component. What I'd imagine it would do is whenever the door opens, it goes like this. Or something like that. Do the thing. There. There's that. Oh, I remember. There is one thing I did want to show. In SketchUp, there are things called dynamic components that you can rig up and make them do things. How long am I going to continue these streams? I said until I finish the beast. What a promise that is. Because I don't even know how long the beast is going to take. It's finite, but not trivial. The thing is, if I was going to focus the beast, like, I'd really have to focus it. Like, I'd have to go straight in and I have to do it specifically to finish it. So yeah, that's how long I'm going to stream until this guy is done. Which, at this rate, it's not going to get done. Because 1 hour a week is never going to finish this thing. So, if I really got bored of these streams, well, I never get bored of them. It's just, if I run out of things to talk about, I will have to really lay into this guy. Which is unfortunate because that'll put the game even further behind. And the game really has to start getting going. A lot. It really does. So there's one thing I did want to show. SketchUp has these cool components. Like you can rig things up to do movements. Go to the tools and the interact tool. It does funny things. Like, wow. Animation in SketchUp? Interesting. Very cool. I just want to show that. It was just kind of a random thing I thought of. I can't remember how I did it, honestly. I think you go to Dynamic Components. Where is that? Yeah, I mean, why did I even bring this up if I can't explain it? I think it's Advanced Attributes, maybe? I can't remember. I need to get organized. This is how my mind is right now. Horrific, disorganized junk. I don't even know. So yeah. It's the beast. The beast is what's holding me back right now. I am so bored of him. And I'm tired of just tired of it. I need to get back into the game. Now let me stop and think. If I were to lay into the beast, how long would he take? We crunched the numbers before. I'd say 3 months. Like 2 months of modeling, a month of polishing it up. And that's if I really laid into it. That is a dilemma. That is a long time for a single model. It would be kind of worth it. Because I don't know if it's worth it. I was looking up things on NFTs. The beast is sellable, but that's not why I'm making them. Heck, I might even just put them up for download. I don't even care. The world needs him. That's my hubris talking. Anyway, yeah, I guess that's all. I don't have anything else to think of I can think of. I've ran out of steam. And normally these streams are only supposed to last an hour. Hour and a half is pretty good enough. We did this. That was fun. We should do more of this, honestly. We should just like have like a speed modeling thing every single stream. That would be fun. Because these streams are supposed to be fun. They're not supposed to be show and tells, really. They're supposed to be fun. They should be for you guys, not for me. Enough about me. Enough about my life problems. Sorry, sob story. I'll figure it out. It will get there. Yeah, none of this is, it's just stress relief. Yeah, and if you ever start getting bored of these streams, like, yeah, let me know. Then I'll lay into the beast and cut it out. Yeah, that'll be fun. Because, I mean, yeah, you've been here for every single stream almost. That's pretty impressive, I think. I can hardly show up for anything. But yeah. We will continue to improve. I mean, Marcher Robots was nice. What I need is something I could, like, just focus entirely on. Not be split up everywhere. Have focus on one object. Which is supposed to be the tubes. Like, that should be my project. I should be working on this. This is what I should be working on. This right here. This is my project. Attention deficit. Blah blah blah. Anyway. That's it. That's it, I suppose. Unless I can think of something else, but I can't really think of anything. Therapy session, I suppose. Anyway. Yeah. I don't view SketchUp as my main sequence stuff. When things really hit the fan, they'll hit the fan. The beast is the only thing I'm really proud of, but also very annoyed by. soon as I get these pipes finished, I think I will just work on the game, I suppose. How often do I procrastinate? Would you take constantly as an answer? That's why the stream kind of started a few minutes late, because I didn't actually test it until I just got into it. But then it turned out that I needed a different network. Yeah, constantly. I'm a constant procrastinator. Always procrastinate. I procrastinate at life. I should be somewhere else right now. I should be doing other things right now. Like the Beast? Yeah, that is the monument of procrastination. I don't know. This is what I should be doing, is just a lot of different things at once. No, wrong. One thing at a time. With March Robots, it was one thing at a time. I did not go back and forth between models. It was one, then the next, and then the next. And that's how it should be, because I'm split up with all these models. I need to focus. And just not regress and procrastinate and do all that stuff. It's a learning process. We will get there. And I hope that makes you feel better. I mean, feel better about yourself knowing that someone is struggling. That's something. But yeah, I guess that's it. I think that'll do it for this stream. And I'll call it quits here. One more trick I found. If you use the text tool and type in a bunch of wingdings, as in the text, like the actual font, you can get a lot of cool shapes. Like this right here. I just typed in a bunch of random text and you got all this cool stuff. And this is like a 3D model. So you can just go in here and just mess around with it. Funny stuff. I wonder if there's an actual application to that, I wonder. Like how to use these things. Yeah. And that's that. And thank you for being around. Yeah, I need to figure out what I'm going to do with these streams. Maybe just finish it off. The Beast. Yeah, and thank you for, very impressive of you being here so long. That's amazing, honestly. And yeah, and thank y'all. And enough rambling. See y'all later. You too. You have a good one as well.